This Great Day St. Louis Kitchen segment is brought to you by More for Less Remodeling. Get more for less.
All right, friends, you know what sounds really good right now? Cake. And luckily for me, that is exactly what we are baking on this Wednesday morning. Our good buddy, Chef Martin Lopez, is in the kitchen, sponsored by More for Less Remodeling, to share his recipe for cinnamon tea cake.
That's right.
You had me at cake. How are you, sir?
I'm doing great. I'm loving the cooler days because it gets me inspired to start doing some baking at home.
And that's what we're doing. What are we baking today?
So today it's this bread. It's a classic in Mexico, right? In Mexico, there's a lot of panaderias, Mexican bakeries.
Okay.
And when you go there, there's all these different types of breads. This is a real popular one, and it's done with a lot of cinnamon and orange. So it's absolutely delicious. Great for snacks, great for dessert, great for anything.
So this might be a silly question. With the name cinnamon tea cake, is tea in it, or do we eat it while drinking tea?
That's it.
Okay.
That's it. Or coffee, or milk.
Love it.
Or anything you want. It's absolutely delicious.
So how do we make it?
All right. So this is going to be what it's called like quick bread, right? Because it's done very quickly, and we don't have to wait for yeast or anything like that. So it's going to get big. The trick about this is the mixing. You don't want to overmix it. So this is what we do in two different stages. The first thing is going to be we get our liquids, right? We're going to get our eggs. Then we're going to get our milk in. And we're going to get some oil. Now what we're going to do, we're going to mix this very well. Separately, right? Make sure that this is blended. And then separately, we are going to sift our flour with the salt and the baking powder and cinnamon. Now what we're doing here, we're really getting everything together by sifting, right? To avoid the overmixing.
Okay.
Now that we've done that, we're going to get some brown sugar, and we're just going to mix this together. And again, we're just mixing it separately to avoid the overmixing with the liquids. And then we're just going to fold in this with some orange zest.
And that's where the smell is really coming from, too.
You get all that
so
cinnamon, the orange, and again, little overmixing. And it's okay if you have a little lumps. That's perfectly fine.
Okay.
Then what you're going to do is just basically when you get to this stage, you're just going to put it in a pan. I have these really fun pans that I bought a long time ago. You can use any kind of pan, right? A round one, a loaf pan, anything like that. And if you see, it just comes together. You're going to put it in a pan. You're going to bake it about 350, 355 for about 20 to 30 minutes, depending on what you bake it.
From start to finish and cleanup, this is under an hour.
It's very simple.
Yeah.
It's super simple. So then what's going to happen at the end, you're going to get it out, right? And I got two different things. I got melted butter, a little bit more burnt sugar, and then cinnamon. And what I'm doing here, I'm just mixing this together.
For a little extra something on top.
Extra on top. And then I'm just going to come back and brush it right over the top. And you know what? It's absolutely delicious.
I bet it is. And in fact, our two favorite foodies right here just made their way over because they want to try it.
And we will.
I heard blah, 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 blah.
And we did show Chef Martin's recipe on the screen, but for all of his, including this one, I'll get out of the guys. Head to his website, chefmartin.net. You can also find this segment on our website, firstlerford.com/greatday following the show. As you guys know, follow this guy on social media. He's so engaging, so fun. All the recipes are there too, but don't eat all of them.
Yeah, please save us some, guys.
It tastes exactly like I hoped it would taste.
Yes.
Cinnamon.
And the orange zest kicks in at the end too. You get a little
does.
citrus there.
Thanks, Chef. You're the
like
best.
Thank you,
are the
guys.
best.
Enjoy it.